Hello everyone, TMan978. Welcome to another TMan978's how-to. In this video, we will be transforming Fans Toys FT-55B, basically the cassette group. They didn't give them a name. I guess you're supposed to know it's FT-55B recorder B, because this is the B side of him. Yeah. And I'm including Fast Forward because he and Erase are basically, they're the exact same. So there's that. The instruction manual shows them in robot mode going back to cassette, but they all come in cassette mode with these little jewel cases. But let's get to it. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is take this panel and rotate it right there on the double hinge on both sides to form the chest that they had in the cartoon. Now I'm gonna open up this leg, bring down the leg, shut this. On my copy, and I'm pretty sure a lot of copies, that does not stay tightly. Bring that down, shut this down. It looks like they intended for it to go into a little groove right there, but there's nothing sculpted inside to actually grab onto that, which is unfortunate. Bring that down and rotate. Now down here, we can bring this foot completely forward, rotate it, and bring it back. Bring this foot completely forward, rotate it, and bring it back. These aren't already in there, and they don't really stay tightly in there mostly, but I'll show you how to put them in on the way back. But anyhow, grab this shoulder and bring it down, grab that shoulder and bring it down. We can elongate the arm, bring it forward so we can get at this wrist, bring it down, bring it forward so we can get the fist out of there. Flip the head up. You might want to be a little bit careful because these things are covered in paint. And now I grab the chest and grab right here and just pull it. Come on. That is very tight. I don't suggest grabbing down here because these feel more fragile than anything. But he's a robot, but his gun is not a gun yet. The gun, this little piece right here, we need to get that handle out. Good freaking luck with that. There we go. There's a little tiny notch for you to grab. This piece, we need to rotate this down until it's sticking straight out, and then you combine this together. I don't know who thought this would be a good idea. Oh, wrong way. We got the little nubbin, looks like that. Because these are tiny, as you can see. It's barely longer than my middle fingertip. In fact, it's not longer. And then we can put that in his hand. This guy does the same thing. I'm not even transforming that. Amplifier, aka Ramhorn. You need a spudger. If you don't have a spudger, may God have mercy on your soul. Link in the description to where you can get spudgers on Amazon. You might have got one if you have any type of iPhone kit or screen replacement kit. And I'm pretty sure you got that if you own an iPhone because they always break. But anywho, first thing I'm going to do is lift these out on both sides, lift them just out of the way. I'm going to take the feet back here and bring them down. I'm going to take these front feet, bring them down. And now we can go ahead and basically separate that kind of bring them back a bit behind the little gold weapons and grab at this to bring the head out to your liking. Now, why you need the spudger. These legs they don't look like it because this is all one metal piece, but they slide off of this little chunk right there. I, for the life of me, can't grab and pull that. So, but if you have a spudger, you can go in and pull that outward on both sides. Once you get it separated, you can grab it, open this panel, and grab it and see if it's pulled out to the furthest extent. But that pretty much is the furthest extent right here. Let me try to do that on this side. Yeah, there we are. Get that out to the furthest extent, and then we can pull the tail out, lift this back up, and bring these out. But there he is in his rhino mode. Loudspeaker or Steeljaw. You can grab this tail, pull that out. I'm gonna go ahead and flip these rear legs down. I need to flip these out. It's on a double hinge, so flip them out and down like this. Now this can come back. Well, it kind of fights you. These joints are kind of tight on them, but we can flip that back and then go ahead and open this section and that section, and there's a little tiny groove that latches onto this loosely. I say latches on, but it doesn't grab that tight at all. Now we can open this panel, open that panel, bring it forward, lift the head up. Just leave it out like that. Unpeg these, which peg there lightly. And now with the arms straight, forelegs straight, we can go ahead and rotate this on a double hinge and try. Like, the problem is this is so tight. I'm gonna bend there first and then lift it up behind this panel. Basically, I push my finger, making that go down so I can get behind there. But I'm gonna twist it here first and then twist it behind there. Bring the legs down so we can get these little round nubbins right there, because this fits into that groove. I'm gonna bend on the outside hinge because it is two hinges. Just bend on the outside hinge, then rotate it down, and with the legs in the correct position, we can do that. But basically we need to get that peg into the notch, which honestly is easier to do when you're not behind the camera. There we go. Shit. Make sure that both of them are still on the outside before you close one side. I'm not cutting any of this because I want to be authentic, but here we are, and now we can move these legs back to your liking, and voila, they're all friggin' robots. Reverse transformation for fast forward and erase. I'm going to take this gun out the hand, separate it, press this handle up, Put that down and rotate this backward to that position. Now we can press the hand up in here, rotate the hand up in there, and basically accordion the elbow up into the forearm. Rotate the head around and go ahead and force this shut down like that. And now we can put the head in. Lift the arms up on the shoulder till you get to this point. Lift the arm up onto the shoulder so you get to that point. Now down here, we have these two things sculpted in there. What you're supposed to do is take this with those little nubbins on the end and kind of get it like lined up in there, which is very, very freaking difficult, especially on camera like me. So I'm gonna cheat and try to get it into the position and force it down. I don't trust it because they normally just fall out like that. So just loosely get it there. They want it to like peg in, but it doesn't. It probably did work before they had all this paint on there, but I'm loosely getting that there. Now we have this right here. I'm gonna take the little circular part. Focus. Circular part and put it more in the inside so it can line up. This is like almost like Operation, the Hasbro game. Get that mostly in where it needs to be. Leave it like this so they don't fall out, because they're gonna fall out. Let's just be real. Bring the foot down, rotate that around, and put this up, and the foot is what keeps it into place, really. Come on. Same deal over here. Rotate it down, bring it up like that. Now we can rotate the feet to the outside, bring this up, rotate that up, and then put the foot over the arms. Same deal over here. Put the foot over the arms. Squeeze it at the bottom. That's what seems right for me. And come back here. Now this little tiny square is supposed to go in there. When you fold this out, that's what is supposed to keep these legs into place, because the legs don't really like lock into anything when you put it on the arm. But keep squeezing right here and trying to line that up. One side I can get good and flush. This side for me, I don't have confidence in. But I'm not gonna go drive myself crazy, and I'm gonna leave it like that. Both of them are pretty much the exact same for me with that. This side is super flush while that side isn't. So same mold. But he's a tape again. Amplifier Ramhorn. I am going to rotate this tail up, shut this to try to keep things consistent with how I did it the first time. And you know what? We can bring the head up. Actually, I'm gonna lift the tail up a bit. The tail needs to go over his bottom lip. And now we're going to move these forward. And we can just rotate the front paws, or whatever you call these on a Rhino, up like that. And now we can shove these back forward. You shut the door, shove them as forward as you can get it till everything's flush. Rotate the feet and put the feet just like that. And now we can bring these down. Bring that down, and it's done. It's good. Great. And the last guy, loudspeaker. I am going to put the 4 limbs into this position right here, so we can open this up and open that up and leave that like that until we bend at this hinge, getting that down, and then bend at the second hinge, rotating it forward. Just make sure everything is straight and aligned. Do that on both sides. And now we need to rotate the paws up and onto those little nubs right here. There's little nub holes. Make it grab the nubs. Rotate the head in. Bring it back. And basically bend on a double hinge, the innermost hinge. Or actually, let me start that. There we go. His hinges are tight. So get that started. Bring it back here so that it can actually cover this area. And then there's a little peg right here that's supposed to go into a hole right there. On this side, I can get it flush, but on this side, I can't, and I've tried this several times. But anyhow, now we are going to rotate this wing as forward as possible. Rotate this wing as forward as possible. Now we can take this off of here and bring it forward. Rotate this off of there, bring it forward, and lift up on these 2 hinges. Just get that lined up straight like that. Bend up on these 2 hinges and get the wing straight. Now we can take the feet, bring them forward. They have little grooves right there that fit there. Squeeze everything, get it to your liking, and push the tail down. And now they are all cassettes again. Full review for these guys and recorder all in the same video, since I've got them at the same time. Link in the description, plus the transformation for recorder. I'm going to have a link in the description for that as well. Thank you so much for watching this. Until next time, TMan978 out of here.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos.